Howdy, Viva La Bard here, and welcome. Gonna keep tonight's broadcast a little bit short. Got a bunch of stuff going on, and what we're looking at right here is a new template from John Galt. Okay, really awesome stuff. As you can tell, I'm having some trouble breathing this evening, so bear with me. We're gonna hit play here, and I'm gonna do it in standalone, one player, just gonna show things out here. As you can see, team capture the flag version 2, and this is going to be added into, and let's go ahead and go to the red team, and this is just kind of showcase things here. Right now the timer is set to 1 minute, so it's just for showcase, but the timer, what you have is a time limit you can set to whatever you want. 1 minute, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 days, whatever. You can set a time limit on the battle progress itself. Now, I'm on red team, so I'm going to capture the blue flag, and I'm going to run over here and capture it. Okay, so as you can see, whenever I pick it up, it disappears off the base, throws it on my back. I can come over here, and as soon as, bang, there you go. Got 2 caps, so let the timer run out. Again, it's only set to 1 minute, but can be set to whatever we want. The team with the most points at the end of the time limit is the victor. Red team wins. So after a few seconds, what will happen is it will kick back and it will go to the next menu and cycle. So now, let's go to the red team and join the lobby. See, we have a different map here. Now, I haven't finished compiling the shaders on it, but there you go. So now we're on, they look the same, but there's different textures on it, just to be placeholders for setting up a new map. Now, besides having the time limit of whatever you want for your time limit to be set, then there's also a cap limit. You can actually set it, right now it's defaulted at 5, but you can change that as well. So I'm going to go over here, and I've capped 3 times, and this will be number 4, and we'll cap for the 5th time. Now you can set it to 3, you can set it to 30, you can set it whatever you want. So red team wins because I got 5 captures. Now, let's wait for it to do its reset, and there we go. So I'm actually join the blue team this time, just because. Now, normally you'd want to have your flag over on this side and do it that way. As you can see on the wall here, simple capture the flag game mode. Build your own combat systems around this mechanic. Press Z to kill yourself to test respawn. So you ragdoll whenever you die, and then you just auto respawn, which is pretty cool. So you can build your maps however you want to, set them up however you want to, and run back and forth. So if I'm blue now, I cannot take my own flag, but I can come over here and capture the red flag, and then yay, I capped. So it's a really cool system. Great if you just wanted this kind of basic mechanic to get started with building your own combat system. So now you could actually set it up as a, if you want to build this as a melee combat system, you can just put your own combat system in, make sure it's all replicated correctly, and off you go. Red team wins because it had more captures than, or blue team won because blue team had more captures than the red team did at the end of the timer. So there we go. So you can hit M and return to the game or quit game. So I'm going to hit quit and see if I remember the location of it. I said I'm going to keep this video short, but I wanted to showcase this and then spend a few minutes talking about how I'm going to use this. So gameplay, you have, when you're creating your maps and you want to set up a map, you would come over here and you would grab this, drop it into your map, and you can see you can set it up wherever you want to. You can actually turn off visibility if you don't want to see these little pads, but once you put it in there, you have, these are the ones for player start. These are for the menu. These are the actual lobby. The lobby is temporarily disabled, but you can also set it up to where that's that. But once you place it into the map, then what you do is on your default team, you come over and set this to red team or blue team. There you go. And we'll go ahead and delete it because I don't need it in there. Same thing with a flag. You've got your flag spawner. Throw that in there, and then you tell it what team it belongs to, blue team or red team. You got the actual flag. That's the one you actually carry on your back. And then you've got in your blueprints, go into the files here, and I'm probably going to open the wrong one. Yeah, didn't. I got into the right one the right time. Now I've highlighted it in this version to make it easier to see. The cap limit based off of the add score portion. Now I don't want to show off the code because that would be wrong, but here's your cap limit. You could actually set it to 3, set it to 30, set it to 50. Set your cap limit to anything you want at that point. And you also have your hours, minutes, and seconds. Right now you can see minutes defaults to 1. If I want to change this to 10, that would set the game length to 10 minutes. If I wanted to set it to 1 hour, then I would set this to 0, come to the hours, and change that 0 to a 1. If you want to add seconds to that, you can, but you have seconds, minutes, and hours you can set for your time for the actual game time. So, really simple, really easy to work with. And then with your character, you've got the animation blueprints are in here or the animation blueprint is in here for non-combat. So all you'd have to do is just import your combat system in if you already have one, or go ahead and make one on top of this, and go ahead and get your animations in there as well, and set up your animation blueprints for each different style of combat. And then when you go into your character master, you could actually go in and actually right-click, create a child blueprint class, and be able to make your own version. Change your models out, change your weapons, do all your stuff. Like I said, this is not currently set up as a combat system. It's just the mechanics for the capture of the flag. Great setup. Okay. I'm going to make sure this is all good to go. Save all, even though I didn't save anything. And now, talking about my game in general, I've been talking back and forth with a few people, and what I'm probably going to do is take one of the game modes that I've got, whether it's sci-fi or if it's the World War II version, or the COG demo with the modern weapons and modern stuff. Then whichever one, and if you want to look at the COG demos section of my website, excuse me, of my Discord channel, then check them out, play them, see what you think about them, see which ones you think I should pursue first. And today is Wednesday, and I plan on having one of them cleaned up enough by this weekend so that I can actually publish it online. And I'm going to put a test version up, and then I'm going to go ahead and put on a version that will go, probably, as far as I know, will go onto Game Jolt. And I've had some discussions back and forth with them. I had a situation where somebody who did not pay in full for some of my merchandise decided he was going to use it anyway and without consent, and I ended up having to get his game pulled because he used my content that he didn't pay for. So he didn't have my permission, so I got his game pulled. So actually probably going to put one of my games onto Game Jolt, and I'm going to put a price tag on it of either $5 or $10. The reason why I'm going to put a price tag on it instead of putting it up for free is twofold. Whichever version I put up there is going to continuously get updated, and there will be new versions at least once a week, preferably. But we'll keep refining it and making it better and more fun. However, that's not going to stop me from finishing the overall project. It's not going to be the overall project. It's going to be one particular game mode. So if I were to say, I'm going to open up a different project here. This is absolutely killing me, by the way. I just finished cooking homemade pizza. It is sitting on the table next to me, and the smell is freaking delightful. So it's killing me that I want to make sure that I got this and can get this done. I've got to choose which one I'm going to do and which of these asset packs I'm going to use overall. And I'm looking really hard at probably using the Jetpack Ultimate Edition, and I may or may not do the sci-fi. I may actually do it like this particular setup that I'm kind of screwing around with is the World War II version using the Jetpack template, but I can actually turn off the Jetpack portion of it. Alright, just let me know. I'll be done streaming here shortly. I'm not going to do a long stream tonight. So, this is another system by John Galt, and I do have permission to use these, by the way. Love it. Now, this one right here, as you can see, there is a capture the flag element going on. There is a character changing element, which I may not use. This right here, these are placeholder models, by the way. So this is actually the power generator. Well, I'm actually going to go ahead into play mode, and we're going to go to the blue team, and as soon as we go in, notice that we have a launcher here, and it's a plasma launcher, so it has arc to it. Hit the Q button, and you actually have a repair tool that you can use to repair stuff that gets damaged. So you can see the vehicle station here, which I'll show the vehicle in a second, the generator, and even your character station can actually be damaged by the enemy and can be destroyed. They have to be repaired before they can actually be used. But you can come over here, hit 1 and then E, which I'm probably going to change that. But you can change classes. You have your launcher, but you also have this. So you come over here and hit 2 and E, change class here. Launcher, hit Q, and you have an assault rifle. And 3E, go to a heavy gunner, which you got heavy machine gun, and you have your launcher. Now, each of the different classes have their own different attack. For a melee, hitting an F key will let you do that. And make sure to go back to 1E. This guy has a claw, like a Wolverine claw, that he can take off his side and do a little hack and slash. What I'll probably end up doing is changing that over to a dagger and using it, or a knife. 2E, you got a sword, so you can do that. Hit the G key, and you have grenades. This variation is actually the sticky grenade, and you can actually turn the sticky portion off if you don't want it. I kind of like the sticky grenade myself, but so as you're running around, you throw it at somebody. There's nothing worse than having a sticky grenade shoved to your face, right? Alright, so let's show the vehicle. Come over here, hit the E key, and spawn a hover bike. And off you go. You can ride your hover bike around. Sound will be changed as well. So I think this is actually the template that I'm going to use. So we can show you here that I can damage their vehicle station, or their team character station. I'm going to damage their red team's vehicle station, and I'm going to go ahead and tear up their generator as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and reload my magazine, and I will change teams. I'm going to hit the M key. Oh, not that on this one. Did not mean to do that. Oh, slash key. So let me try that one more time. Probably going to change the keys around a little bit. So come over here, ride the hover bike, and as the name implies, there's also a jetpack. You right click to use your jetpack and have limited energy. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy the generator, and I'm going to destroy the vehicle spawner. Now I cannot use the blue team stuff. Now I'm going to change to the blue team. You can see my generator's dead. I come over here, I cannot use that. The station is destroyed, must be repaired. So if I come over here to use, well, I'll just use my my character station. 2E. Oh, I can't. Because the generator is destroyed, I can't use any of my devices. But if I come over here, bring out my repair tool, and there you go. I can repair my item back up to full. And, oh, I can't do it because my generator's still dead. So your generator has to actually be repaired. Oh no, I gotta reload. Before you can actually utilize your stuff. So now I can come over here and spawn my bike. So that's that. So this is actually the template that I'm probably going to be using, and I'm going to set this to one of the different types of combat modes. So I think I'm probably going to do a variation of the sci-fi based off of this system right here. The current sci-fi is it's currently set up with just free-for-all mode, and what I'll do is I'll import the fixed versions of what I have of the sci-fi pack, and I'll put that into and kind of mix it up a little bit too. I'm not sure how I'm going to set up the maps. I want them to be a little bit different. I don't want to just use the same old thing. I'm not going to use the demonstration maps. I'm going to create new maps overall. And I want to start off with one fun map and then branch into new maps as frequently as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play on this one. Now there is some things that I do like about this one, but I can change and make them work for the other one. So as we come in here, you'll see. So this one, I've already got some of the sci-fi weapons already set up on the character. And you still got your grenade. Red rope. Move. You got your melee. So I'll change it around so that the melee is off of the other character. Got some bots floating around. But this is what the new hover bikes are going to look like. Hit the number 1 key and you actually get a hover bike. Now the hover bike itself is 2-passenger. And somebody else can come over and jump on the back of it. So when you're playing team versus team, which the captured flag mode is team versus team, you'll actually be able to get a passenger on the back of the hover bike, and they can shoot while you're driving around. As soon as you get off, though, it's going to despawn in a few seconds. I don't know if you noticed, it's got a working brake light, and the exhaust actually lights up. So you can come in here and hit the number 2 key and actually get a hover car. And I'll add more hover cars as time progresses and tweak them a little bit as well. Definitely tweak the sounds. But there we go. You actually get a hover car. I'll change the way that you actually get them. And this particular version of COG Sci-Fi, it's these garages right here where you actually find the ability to get the vehicles. Yes, these are still sticky grenades. I like them, I just didn't change them. Alright, so you see it despawns there. So the sci-fi will be a custom map, and I'm going to go ahead and move forward with the sci-fi version with at least one map to get started with. And we'll try to get that packaged up and set up this weekend, and hopefully put together an online no later than Sunday. For those of you who did not make it into the closed beta for The Crew 2, I did, so I'm going to be doing some beta testing on that, so I'm not going to have as much time to dedicate to working on the game. So, I will get started on that and spend as much time as I can on it. But I appreciate everybody for watching tonight. I'm going to keep this broadcast short. Still not feeling good. I'm sure some of you guys can kind of tell, but I will be available on Discord. But if the mood strikes me, I'll actually work on this on video later. But as it stands right now, probably not. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.